Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. I just watched beautiful Tarot Alchemists wrap up of November, and it was such a soulful, gorgeous video. Lisa, loved it. So I'm going to link it below. You can check Lisa's channel out if you don't know her yet. She's just a gorgeous, I would say now crone maybe, but wonderful tarot reader and yeah, gorgeous lady. So I thought I want to maybe speak about my November as well and share with you my favorite November decks, what I was up to in November if you missed it. And if you don't watch my channel, then you probably wouldn't know. So in November, I went to a 10-day Vipassana course, which is a silent meditation retreat. And that was, kind of to honor my 43rd birthday that is coming tomorrow. And also I try to do one of those retreats at least once a year or every 2 years. And it was really good. It was very enlightening. I picked a word for 2019 and my word is equanimity. And I'm definitely going to be practicing, being present to what is happening in me at any moment in time, and also of not getting too attached to positive or negative outcomes. And let's see how I go. All we can do is to do our best and remember that you can always start at where you are right now, and that's actually the only place you can start any changes, any empowerment, any anything that you really would love to implement in your life. You start where you are and don't resist the moment, just accept it as it is, because that's where the change can really start moving forward, when you can actually integrate it. So my weaver for the month of November was the bear, and so the dreamer of primordial stories, and this is one of my favorite images probably from the weaver's oracle. If you don't know what Weaver's Oracle is, I will link my video of my walkthrough of this deck below. It's an amazing Oracle deck. Probably not for everybody, but most of the women I know love it. So what fascinates me about, I'm not going to go into depths of bear here, but what fascinates me about this is the skull, the stone skull that she's working with. And I have also in November purchased another beautiful skull from Ivo Manus. Also will link his website below if you don't know his work. He's got an Etsy shop as well, and a website where he sells his skulls. And I call her Shuma, which came to me from having a conversation with one of my best friends in Australia, Andriana. And Shuma, as you can see, has no mouth, no teeth, no mouth, and has very prominent third eye, and it's a skull made from ocean jasper. So I got her specifically thinking of Vipassana, and also I wanted her to be like my silent teacher, and especially that I was working a lot for the last few months on the crown chakra and base chakra alignment. So Shuma is one of those skulls that does this work beautifully with me as a symbol, and bear and the skull, the stone people, and I'm actually really connected to stone teachers. So when you think of teachers in your life, sometimes they don't have to be people. They can be stones, they can be animals, that can be the stars, it can be the trees, the plants. So think about teachers in your life for like kind of for the closure of the year, and see where you actually learned a lot, and they don't have to be human. So I also shared with you on my last unboxing video that cool crystal bottle. So this is the this amazing crystal bottle from Astral Box. So my water is charged now. I have charged it. I have charged the stones themselves, but this is rose quartz. I put few other clear quartz of mine in there and white agate, but I also used this little grid oracle that I had to place my bottle on it, so that the word that was there can also work its magic. Okay, when we speak about decks in November, because I was kind of for half of the month, so nearly 2 weeks, 10 days or 12 days nearly, taken out of the regular reality and put into that silent retreat. So I haven't used so many decks as I would usually do, but definitely the winner for November is Tarot Ozarks by Pranik Room, and she is on Instagram, but you can purchase this deck. I think it was Make Playing Cards or Printer Studio, I can't remember now, but if you put its name on into Google, you will find it where you can purchase it. So this deck was definitely a winner and my favorite tarot deck in November. And you know, for me to say one of my favorites, it's usually normal, but to say my favorite deck in November, it's not very usual because I usually have a few, but this one definitely was a winner this time, and I love this deck. Love it so much. Love the colors. I love how it looks together, how it speaks to me. I love the flow. I love the artistic kind of vision that she's used. I love the puppets. Look at those piercing eyes. And also the Justice card is black as well, so connects me to Black Madonna, to Dark Goddess. So Tarot Ozarks, the backs are not very nice, but the fronts are amazing. And this was one of my favorite decks to use in November. I also, sorry, I also found that I use a lot in my readings, especially for people. I love to use Spolia Tarot. This is probably my one of... I use a lot of different decks, so if you get readings with me, you know that I use many decks in one reading, and also I use probably every reading I use different deck. But Spolia Tarot is one that returns and that I keep reaching for because it is intuitive, it is traditional, in the same way it is artistically very pleasing for me. I love how the artwork makes me, you know, react and evoke messages, and I really love this deck. So Spolia Tarot is kind of definitely in the top 5 in general of my favorite decks, and I think I'm going to do soon another installment of my, you know, top 5 favorite decks, or 5 decks I can't live without. The Mythical Goddess Tarot that I received for my birthday, actually, from gorgeous Lina, and I love it. It was a funny story with this deck because I'm not a great fan of this artwork, but there is softness about it. There is this feminine power about this deck, and there is this beautiful kind of energetic message also that comes with the picture. So it's not just pure, you know, I copied Rider-Waite-Smith or something. Just, I don't know, I'm pretty sure nobody really does that, but it feels very feminine, and it feels very energetically kind of charged, this deck. How gorgeous is this one? So I have been working quite a lot with this deck, and I have been using it often for my Chiron readings, or in general some form of healing readings that I offer for people as well, because it's very healing. It works actually very close energetically to another deck that I use for those readings, which is the Tarot of Transformation, and this deck is also one of my favorite decks to use for Chiron readings or for healing readings, and they both have very similar energy to me, and it is coming from the energy that it's transmitted through the picture. It's not just this dry artwork. So both very feminine, both very flowing, and yeah, I enjoyed both, and I worked quite a lot with these decks this month. Actually, I want to, I think, share with you also this there's the Yoni spread. So I'm going to just hold the picture so you can take a look. So it's the situation as it really exists, beyond appearances, the course of action that spirit suggests, and the outcome. Very simple 3-card spread, and I love it. I did it actually yesterday. I was a little bit, I think it's the pre-birthday blues, you know. I don't know if you guys feel it, but often, you know, when your birthday is coming up, it's this mixture of kind of excitement and moodiness and melancholy, and yeah, you don't really know what hits you, but I felt a little bit, and still feeling a bit of this kind of, you know, not about the age at all. It's more, I think, about just the passing of time, and where you at, what you've done, what you haven't done. It's all this mixture of emotions of, yeah, beautiful joy and excitement, and this melancholy, and a little bit of the sadness maybe. So there's also this spiral spread, which I've done for myself yesterday, and it is so cool. So take a pause, you know, if you want to copy it or take a screenshot, and enjoy this beautiful spreads from the mythical goddess tarot. And it's written by Sage Holloway, and the artist is Catherine Skaggs. And this deck can be purchased on Amazon, I think. So thanks, Lina, again for a beautiful birthday gift. So yeah, Tarot of Transformation also can be purchased online, and you just put it into the Google search, you'll find it. Another deck that was kind of stealing my heart a bit in November was the Moonchild Tarot. It's just such a beautiful deck. Also, the booklet is done so well. So, Danielle, wow, it's really very cool. Great work. So, you probably all have seen this deck, but yeah, I just really enjoyed the coloring, the feel of the cards in the hand. It's just such a great production, and the colors, the gold, the images, very, very drawing to my kind of, for my psyche. I really enjoyed working with it, and I'm sure when December comes, I'm still going to be using it. So I like it much more actually than I liked Starchild. I had always a bit of a, maybe that's just too much pink there was in Starchild, as much as I love pink. But yeah, the Moonchild Tarot definitely, it's more along my color scheme. I also love that devil, and the snake, and, you know, the temptation. So Moonchild Tarot, also used it a few times. I haven't used it too much in readings for others, but I'm still getting used to some of the images. But it's definitely an art of love, a work of love, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful deck. So the Moonchild was there in November for me, and I returned actually to the soul cards. You know, I love it. They like one of the really most amazing oracle decks out there. You don't get any keywords, you don't get any interpretation. It's all up to you. So maybe it's scary for some people, but my little brain loves that. And I started actually pulling cards from the soul cards for also client readings, but for myself, for every reading that I, you know, and I use tarot daily, tarot and oracle cards daily. So it's just there, these soul cards. I have soul cards 1 and soul cards 2. They very, very amazing. So I can't remember which one is purple and which one is blue, but they both really stunning, stunning, stunning decks. So soul cards, I have had them for many years. I have been using them a lot, but recently definitely they came back for my, you know, like daily use, and I reach for them often. So I'm not going to be showing you again the Wistar Oracle and the Red Seeds Oracle, because I use these decks also alongside with the 3 Wisdom cards of Plant Alley cards. I use them all the time in readings. Also the Sacred Creators Oracle, all the time. But November was also a month for turning towards the Dust to Onyx Tarot. It's a gorgeous deck. Sorry for the light, it's just winter in Poland and it's cold and it's dark and it's 10:56 a.m. but you know, the sun is kind of out, but our windows are covered with not snow but kind of this, you know, frosty layer. So that's the Queen Mother, the Empress. Isn't she incredible? This deck is also, you know, a piece of art in your hands, so I always feel elated when I use it, and so deeply kind of connected to Earth. And because it's darker, you know, it's stunning. I use it often for shadow readings, but also, you know, just in general to inspire myself. It's just amazingness in hands. So Dust to Onyx in November, I was using it more often. And the last deck that I was also using, also the Osho Zen Tarot, when I look at it now, I've used it a lot in my ancestral readings, when I do the mother line and father line, and it shows like awesome awesome images. And this is the Carol Herzer's deck. This is the original Illuminated Tarot, and I actually have been using it in readings as well. I use it often as the full heading when I mix actually Tarot de Marseille and Rider-Waite-Smith, two enemies. But this, yeah, the rendition by Carol Herzer is very beautiful. So I love her decks. You know, the Anneke just got the sparkle version with glitter. This is one of my dreams. I would love one of those. I was close to get it, but yeah, it hasn't happened. But you know, maybe one day, who knows. So yeah, this is the Illuminated Tarot by Carol Herzer, and I actually love using her decks. I also love the Chakra Arcana deck that I use often. And if I was to be fair, I also used quite a lot in readings the Ora Soma Tarot, which I often pull like your birth card, and just it often I found correlates to astrology. So all my friends who have Ora Soma Tarot and who use astrology, please check, because often when you figure out from astrology like your life lessons, base it on Chiron or on North-South node, Saturn placement, mix it all together, and you find that the double digit card from Ora Soma, when you add your digits, when you add your birth number, often really backs up astrological findings about your life lessons and your life purpose, and the kind of spiritual lessons that you come maybe this lifetime to work with, and that you probably chose, or at least karmically, you're inclined to keep going with those ones. So yeah, check this out, guys, and let me know if you find it true as well, because I'm checking it on many clients, and for now I realized like, wow, it actually works. So that's it. That was my November. Love and kindness and compassion. And yeah, I wanted to just probably say goodbye by saying just be compassionate towards yourself. We often struggle with finding compassion for ourselves, and especially when when life doesn't quite go the way we would like to, when we're not as perfect as we wish to be, and so on and so forth. So find compassion for yourself, find compassion for your weaknesses, and start where you are. Don't push for more and better all the time. Just accept where you are right now and send yourself some loving kindness, because that's definitely going to propel you in the direction that your heart truly desires. So thanks for watching, and I speak to you soon. And welcome December, right?